Trey, why do you think your dad had sex with your wife?
I came home one day from playing basketball. I worked at a gym and it's open 24 hours. I came in. Lady was like 1:30, 2:30 in the morning, and all of the doors was locked. I peeped through the window and he has nothing on but a towel over his waist, and my wife is sprawled out on the couch and she's out of it, literally out of it, like she done had too many drinks or she was drugged. She had no regulation and no memory of what took place. I had to explain to her that I carried her from the couch and carried her to the room. She had no memory at all, and then when I confronted him about it, his excuse was, "This is my house. I can walk around naked if I choose."
Oh, so you live with your father?
At that time, yes.
Okay. How long have you been with your wife?
Me and my wife have been together since the 8th grade. She's my high school sweetheart.
Oh, okay.
She's
So
the best thing that ever happened to me.
Did you have problems in your relationship? Or?
Yes, our relationship, we were young, 8th grade. Of course, you're going to go through some stuff. We've been together for 9, going on 10 years.
What was the stuff that you were dealing with her?
Constant lies. We go through high school, of course, I'm not the only guy. There's plenty of guys throughout high school. Throughout our years, there's always lying.
Did she cheat on you with other guys?
I can't necessarily say she cheated. I never caught her or never seen her, but I've witnessed her with other guys. She's been places with other guys where she wasn't supposed to be, and when I confront her about it, she lies. And then when I confront her in her lie, it's just, oh, I'm young. That's her excuse for everything. I'm 24, she's 23, and her excuse for everything is, I'm young.
Around this time, you had huge opportunities to attend college for free and play football. You gave all that up.
I wouldn't necessarily say I gave it up. I felt like it was taken. My senior year, I tore my ACL, my MCL, my PCL, and I had to do a lot of rehab. So during the rehab station, I just decided to be a full-time dad. And after I was able to walk and run and do everything that I was doing, I just decided to go to work instead of to pursue my dreams as football.
Do you ever wake up and say, man, I wish I would have pursued it?
All the time, but my daughters are the best thing that happened to me. So
of course. What happened when you found a condom in your wife's car?
At the time, we just moved into our first place. She was going to college part-time, working part-time, so we saved our money and we went to go get her a car. So we're going with some friends on a double date to go out, and this is the first time that I've actually stepped foot in her car since the day that we purchased it.
And there was a condom.
And there was a condom in it. And what bothered me about the situation is that I asked her and I'm confronting her about the situation, and she reaches down and picks the condom up. Me knowing my wife, she's not gonna pick up a condom that she don't know. They don't know where it came from. She's scared of, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't stick her hand in dirty dishwater.
I want to pick it up if it was mine. Who? Oh my God, this story is just crazy, man. Who does your family say that your daughter looks like?
Like I said, my father, he's a sleaze. He has kids all over the world, and I have a 2-year-old sister, and I have a 1-year-old daughter, and they damn near look identical.
So your daughter, you say, looks like your father?
Looks like my, yeah
but
similarities. But I look like my father.
Your father, right. All right.
There go my baby.
But you really think that your child might be your, if it's true, then she's your sister.
Right.
I've never cheated on you.
How do I know?
I have never cheated on you.
All you do is lie. All you do is lie. All you do is lie.
I have never cheated on you.
All
that
you do is
condom,
lie.
I don't know where it came
Was
from.
it in your car?
Yes, it was in my
How
car.
long have we had
and
the
I'm
car?
not denying
We
that.
had the car
but
for a week.
I'm telling you
You had
today
the car
that
for a
I've
week.
never cheated on you.
You had the
I
car
give
for a week.
myself to you. We got 2 kids. I got 9 years invested
And
in
you
it.
still lied.
I do. We have our shortcums just like you got yours.
Listen,
Period. I'm tired. I'm tired of the accusations. To sleep with your dad? That's ridiculous.
It's newsflash. Just last week, I asked her, how many guy co-workers do you have at work? How many people do you talk to at work, guy-wise? She tells me none. I come up to have lunch with my wife. Who the is she talking to? A guy that she don't know, according to her. And coming to find out, she knows everybody in the hospital. It's only logic that you would have male co-workers, but why would you
then why would you even ask her that question?
Because if to ask her that question, you would think that she would be truthful about it.
Well, but first of all, I would think that any woman that works in the hospital, you got to know that there's men there.
I know that.
So why'd you ask a question?
You can call it a trick question if you want, just to be honest. Are you going to be honest or are you going to lie?
Trick questions.
Did you lie?
This is my life, and I get accused by you almost every single day.
Answer that question.
Degrading.
Did you lie?
It's degrading. Your
could be
dad,
true.
your family members.
Did you lie?
Every guy. If I just stand next to Steve, you think I'm Steve too?
Probably so, because you lie all the time. Steve, I would tell you, if I came to my wife's job and you sitting there having lunch and she told me that she doesn't know any guy workers, you're damn right, Steve. You my wife. You need to move around, homie, because she told me she don't know you.
Your logic is crazy. Your logic is so crazy. Your logic is crazy. We'll see today. We'll see today.
I just want to go on record saying we've never had sex.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks for clearing that up.
Have you ever cheated on your husband?
Never.
Were you naked or whatever? He says you were drinking with his dad and his dad had a towel. He says you claim you don't even remember.
Steve,
right?
I do not even remember that.
But you do remember drinking liquor.
There's been occasions where we've all been there drinking liquor. So no, I don't even remember this event taking place. He never even confronted me about this until this year. And then he says, well, my family member said that, you know, y'all had sex and
That's
this
not
and that.
true.
And
I confronted you.
You didn't say that?
The night of, when I carried you from the couch and we arose that next morning, I'm like, what the hell happened? You were pissy drunk. You were like, babe, I don't know what you're talking about. So it's not that I didn't confront you about it. It's that you told me that you had no memory of it whatsoever. So
And
I'm not going to beat a dead horse when you don't know nothing.
But you have.
Did you ever drug his drink so you could have sex with him? I got to ask the question. I'm sorry. He's
Steve,
making an accusation. I got to ask it.
That's disgusting. That's so...
Yeah. So you didn't pour any NyQuil or anything?
No.
The remote? I have to ask him.
Steve,
Did you really drop the remote?
Steve, if I wanted to have sex with anybody, it would not be his family member, especially in the house that we share.
Right.
And then to go as far as I drugged you and I put... Come on now.
No sex with this guy that was in the house that night?
No.
Okay. Mr. Nate, you can hear me?
Yes, I can.
You came here, you wanted to take a lie detector test to prove that you did not sleep with your son's wife.
That's right.
And you love your son.
To death, more
death.
than anything.
Okay. Okay, your dad is backstage, and before the show, he took a lie detector test, and we asked him, have you ever had any sexual physical contact with your daughter-in-law, Queshia? And he said no. And from now on, I'm just calling you daughter-in-law. Okay. Have you ever had sexual intercourse with your daughter-in-law? And Nate said no. Have you ever given alcohol or drugs to your daughter-in-law in an attempt to take advantage of her sexually? He answered no. Have you ever propositioned your daughter-in-law to have sex? And he said no. And the results came back the same to each question, and they came back that your father, Nate, told the truth.
That's what I'm talking about.
What do you think? You think you're the
everything's
father?
Going,
Gorgeous.
I mean, yes, I believe she's my daughter. But
She is. She's your daughter. You took a lie detector test.
Yes, I did.
It's the first one cracks me up. I don't know why. Have you ever given Trey any intoxicants without his knowledge? You said no. Was the condom Trey found in your car one that you used with another man? No. Have you ever engaged in any sexual activity whatsoever with Trey's brother? You answered no. You know what? I'm going to keep the results on. I'm putting this in my office because this is just crazy. Have you ever had sexual physical contact with Nate, your father-in-law? You said no. Have you ever had sexual intercourse with Nate, your father-in-law? You said no. Have you ever had sexual intercourse with anyone besides Trey? And she said no. The results came back the same for each question, and they came back that Queshia told the truth. I think if Queshia had failed this, say like you had failed this, you would have to be like the schemiest person that's ever been on the stage.
You're damn right.
You know, brother, father, you know, I mean, just, you know, drugging people. I mean, you should write this down as a fiction book, man. This would be a #1 seller. But now the serious part. You've been with this woman for 9 years. You're married. You're a father of 2 small children, okay? Obviously, you have a dysfunctional relationship with your father. Don't make that be the case with your own children, right? Mm-hmm. And if you create all this tension and accusing her all the time, maybe you make her nervous, you know?
For what? What do you?
Because you're constantly accusing her of sleeping with other guys. Hopefully this puts his mind to rest. He can trust you, won't badger you anymore. You guys can go on I wish you all the luck in the world.
I was raped.
My name is Steve Wilkos, and I'm an investigative talk show host with a law enforcement background.
It was my life or his.
My job is to get truth and justice for everyday people. Watch our videos now.